Hi guys, how you doing? So today is the 14th day of setting up my new saltwater aquarium. I am just did my water tests. I've been doing the starter kit, reef mature kit from Red Sea. Today I just did my tests again. The ammonia is tapered down to under 2 parts per million. The nitrites are still up. The nitrates are still up around 1 part per million, and nitrates are up around 40 parts per million. Did a water change a few days ago. Gotta go about another 5 days and do another water change. And hopefully another week after that I can start to add some fish. I will show you guys how it looks. So here it is here. The lighting doesn't really help it. It doesn't show the color properly, but this is how it looks. It's 40 pounds of life rock. Not live rock, but life rock. You can get it on Amazon for a good price. Unfortunately, I had to put a protein skimmer on it because you kind of have to have one, and it's ugly, but I will eventually be redoing my plumbing and installing a sump style filter in my basement under the room. I made a hole back here that goes down for all the plumbing, and I will record that and show that too as I build my shelf on the wall downstairs where the sump will be going. As of now, everything looks good. Things are progressing properly. I'm using this protein skimmer here, which is the Instant Ocean one, I believe. It's got the MaxiJet 1200 pump on it. I'm using the Aquarium 300 gallon per hour canister filter with the hob box, high door 200 watt heater in the back, but it's tied into a Wi-Fi controlled temperature controller in my basement. I don't use the thermostat on the actual heater itself. I use that as a backup. I set it about 4 degrees higher than my set point on my other control. I have 2 current USA wave pumps in there, one there and one there. That's the motor for the protein skimmer. And the reason I got this protein skimmer is because it can be used in a sump. I can disconnect the tube here, take it off, and put that pump directly on the bottom of the skimmer and stick it in my sump, so I don't have to buy a second sump. I tried to make it so I could reuse all my stuff as much as possible when I convert to a sump style filter. This is a 29 gallon tank. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but would have liked to go bigger, but it's all about money right now. It's only 12 inches deep, but overall it actually looks, I'm pretty happy with how the rocks look. They came out good. I stacked them up on each other, made it look the way it does, chiseled some of them, put some pieces out in the front here, because there's going to be some coral that can't connect with others, so I want some spots to put them on. I also have more rock I can put on there if I want later. So overall, this tank is coming along. I'm very excited to start to add coral and some fish to it, and then eventually add a few crabs here and there. This is the current USA lighting. It's the Pro version. It has two lamps. One is just not enough, so 2 works so much better. It looks better. I have it down at like 60% for their light. It's so bright, so you actually don't need it cranked up. Eventually I'll get a par meter, but at this time I'm not doing that. So in this cabinet here, I've got all my test kits. So I use the Hannah checkers. I've got the Hannah checkers here for the ultra low phosphate, the Hannah checker for the calcium, and for the alkalinity. I use the API kits as that's my Reef Master kit for API. I know there's a lot of talk about those API kits and other kits. The API kit is dead on accurate. I compared it to my Hannah checkers, which those are dead on accurate. I know there's a lot of people that like the API kits and others believe they're not good enough. All I know is they are the simplest kit there is. There's no confusion with them. They're simple. You just add your drops and you're done. And they are dead on accurate. The test I did for the alkalinity with the API came to 10.5. And my alkalinity checker from Hannah Checker came to 10.3. Calcium showed up 440 for the calcium. I used my Hannah Checker and it came up to 450. And basically the phosphate test with the API test isn't as accurate. It just shows 0 all the time, even though it was showing 0.05 on my Hannah Checker. Now it's down to 0.00 on my Hannah Checker, which should be correct since I did a water change a few days ago and there's nothing in the tank. But I have been adding bacteria and Bactrostart from the Red Sea kit as well. But overall, I'm excited. Things are looking good. And hopefully we get some fish in here soon, so you're not just staring at a blank tank. It's very boring. Also, though, it does have sound effects. This is all Bluetooth integrated into my phone. One of the speakers, I had an old speaker and sub for a computer, so I threw it back there. The subwoofer is actually sitting right there. And over here is the other one. And this is the Bluetooth module here. It's a little dark, but that's a Bluetooth module for the Current USA lighting, wave pumps. You can even do a DC flow pump for the sump. Basically, I got about 8 feet to come up, and a lot of these pumps don't like head pressure. I spoke with Current USA, and they stated they're really not designed for basement applications. But even though they said they're not for basement applications, they stated that the 2,000 gallon per hour pump can handle a 15-foot head pressure, but yet they say you shouldn't do it. So I'm a little confused. They wouldn't give me a straight answer on that one question. I did send them a follow-up email to get some more info, and I haven't heard from them yet. I got to check. I'll get back to you guys on that. Period. All right, so as I was saying about the eflux sump pumps, they have a 1,000 gallon, a 2,000, and a 2,900 gallon. The 2,000 gallon per hour one is rated up to 15-foot head. At 8-foot head, it should still be able to power 600 to 700 gallons per hour. I'm just going to try it out and use it. They say that they're not great for head pressure and they shouldn't be used like that, which I'm just guessing that it means it's going to prematurely wear out faster than what it would if it didn't have that much head pressure. But it's a motor. As long as it's running in its recommended amperage, it should be able to pump the water. I don't see a problem with that. I'm going to locate the table in the basement up as high as possible to get the least amount of distance between the sump and the tank. I'll do my best, maybe 6 feet. Right now it's about 9 if I put it where it is, but I'm going to raise it up as high as possible where it's still comfortable to work on the sump. Don't want it so I can't reach it. As I said, I'm going to build a table in my basement and put it on it. I haven't done that yet, so I will soon enough. So this is a storm, an approaching storm. Lightning, moonlight, thunder. Again, in video, it doesn't look as good, but you get the general idea. It's actually pretty nice looking. Probably should have shut my protein skimmer off. Well, you get the gist of it. If you want to see more, let me know. There's other settings. They'll kind of do similar things. You got sunlight breaking through the clouds, moonlight breaking through the clouds, approaching storm, thunderstorm, a few other things. It's got like a clean mode and feed mode, which slows the pumps down, disables some of the pumps, all with the press of one button. You don't have to go through and change everything. It's pretty neat. Some of the bubbles are still getting stuck under the rock. I'll get really close so you guys can look. There's not really much left for bubbles. You can see a couple right there. Not much. See, this rock, the side broke off, so it's not got no coating on it, but that will grow in on its own and look like that. I'm filming all this. It's something I started. It's a project, and I thought I'd share it as I go. Maybe someone in my shoes is starting up. I try and give information as I go, and the products I buy, I do a lot of research on. And some things I'm just buying and trying. I suggest using Amazon. Amazon's great. You can return just about anything you buy. So this theme is nighttime with moon rays shining through. Also has sound more than just waves. It's actually pretty relaxing if you're sitting in the room, listening to it, watching it. Maybe not too exciting on the phone or on a video, you know. So this is my custom mode. So when it's dark, I hit the custom mode and everything glows a reddish blue in there. It's really pretty, actually. As again, the camera probably doesn't catch it that great, but it looks really good in person. Everything glows. Pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty affordable if you guys want to get into something like this and do a 29 gallon, or I'd suggest a 38 gallon at least, but the 29 are more common and easier to get. But a 12-inch deep tank is not that deep, quite difficult to work with. There's not a ton of room in it. As you can see, I pushed it back so there's room across the front and a little in the back so I can reach back there to clean, but I can push it back if I want to, because I was told you don't have to clean the back walls. You can just let algae grow on them. So I might push it back and get some more room in the front and not worry about cleaning the back. As long as the front viewing window and the side is clear, I think that should be okay. There's this side here. So you got a little room in the back there. Probably push it back more. I'm just really all about cleaning, and I want my backdrop cleaned, but no one cleans them too often, unless it's a glass, see-through glass. And that's what it looks like in there. And also with these LED lights, you tend to get a ripple effect in the tank. You might be able to see it a little bit, but it actually ripples, and it creates like this really realistic effect. Like, see, look at the bottom here. See what the bottom looks like? You only get that with LEDs. For some reason, incandescent lights and fluorescent doesn't do that. I don't know if it's because of the individual LEDs, but it's pretty cool. Okay, back out.